Hello students, so let us look at the general machine structure. So in this we are going to study about the modern or latest computer machines or computer, what you can say, devices, machines. So in which different registers will be there, different types of controllers will be there. Okay, so location counter, instruction register, instruction interpreter, like that, working registers. So every machine will be having CPU. The latest or nowadays machines will have the latest configurations, latest, what I can say, structure of the CPU in order to raise the computations, or what I can say, processing rates. So similarly, all the conventional modern computers are based upon the concept of stored program computer. Means every computer will have the stored programs. Okay, if the computers are having stored programs, then only we can work with the different softwares. The model that was proposed by John von Neumann. So initially, in the earlier, the John von Neumann was designed this particular CPU. Okay, how the CPU should be, how the CPU structure should be. Okay, so based on that, so there are slight differences with its capacity and some of the other electronic things or circuits, ICs, will be added or enhanced. Okay, so here in this IO channels will be there, memory controller will be there. So there will be different number of memory controls will be there based on the configuration. Memory address register, so simply you can say MAR, memory address register, in which the memory address will be there. Okay, so memory that will hold the address of the operand, or what you can say, constant. Then memory buffer register, so again it will also used to boost the operation. Okay, so later we will see the entire or all the terms, different definitions: location counter, instruction register, instruction interpreter, working registers, etc., or general purpose register. Out of which, so we will go for the instruction interpreter. Group of electronic circuits performs the intent of the instruction of fetched from memory. So every instruction is stored in the memory. So this is the general, what I can say, idea. Every instruction will be stored in the memory. Memory means RAM. Okay, so when the particular instruction is to be executed, so each instruction should be fetched from the memory itself. So this instruction interpreter, simply you can say II, it is nothing but basically it's a group of electronic circuits which performs the intent of the instruction. So always everything will be like that only. So even if you are, whenever you are going to declare the variable, so you are naming the variable depending upon what has to be done with that variable. Similarly, every instruction is designed, okay, according to its intent. So like suppose if add instruction is there, ADD is there, so this instruction is used to add the values. Similarly, SUB, or similarly store, similarly division, DIV. So like that, there will be thousands of instructions will be there. So whichever the or whatever the instruction that you have fetched from the memory, so that should be according to that instruction intent, so it has to be executed. So it is called instruction interpreter. Interpreter means translator, translate and execute. Okay, so according to the instruction intent or aim, so that instruction is going to be executed. Next one is location counter. Okay, so this location counter allows, or it's also called program counter, okay, or instruction counter. Okay, it's a hardware memory device which denotes the location of the current instruction being executed. So this has to be remembered first. Location counter is also called program counter, PC, and instruction counter, IC. Okay, so basically it is hardware memory device which denotes the location of the current instruction being executed. Which instruction is being executed? Suppose exactly right time or right now, so I have executed addition instruction. So this location counter will have the address of or location of that instruction. So every instruction will be stored in different memory locations. So you can't store more than one instruction in one memory location. Every instruction will be stored in different memory locations. So whatever the instruction you are going to execute, so that has to be fetched from memory. That has to be fetched from the memory. So this particular location counter will have the, or it denotes the location of the current instruction being executed. So if this location counter is there, then only you can execute the instructions one by one. Otherwise, so it will be in an infinite loop. So if your program has 25 lines of codes or 25 instructions, so after executing the first instruction, so it should go to next one, so next third one, next fourth one. So like that sequentially or according to control, one after another, some instructions are going to be executed. When the last instruction is or of the program is executed, generally program is going to be terminated. So program will be started and one by one instructions will be executed and finally it will be terminated. So all these things will be happened or controlled by the location counter itself. Next one is instruction register. A copy of the content of the location counter is stored in instruction register. A copy of the content of the location counter. So location counter denotes the location of the current instruction executed. Its one more copy will be stored in instruction register. So as the name says, instruction register, which holds the content of the location counter or program counter. Okay. Then working register. These registers are the memory devices again that serve as a scratch pad for the instruction interpreter. So in this instruction, or what you can say, interpreter, these memory devices or working registers will have some registers temporarily, of course. Temporarily they will store the register, what you can say, instructions. Okay, so scratch pad in the sense, so you can get those instructions to be executed from this working register. As this says working register, so what all the instructions to be executed or intended to executed, those instructions will be stored in the working registers. Okay. Next one is general register. So these are the used by the programmers as storage locations and for special functions. These general registers are used to store the location. Location means memory location, and for special functions by the programmers itself. Means for the programmer, so as we are going to declare the variables. So variable declaration is always done by the programmer itself. Similarly, here inside the CPU, these general registers, so general registers may be 32, 64, 16, so this type. So it varies from one CPU to another CPU. Okay. Next one is memory address register, simply you can say MAR. It contains the address of memory location that is to read from or stored into. Which memory location has to be read or stored or written into. So memory address register will hold or will contain the address of the memory location to be read or to be written. Okay. Next, memory buffer register, which contains a copy of the content of memory location whose address is stored in MAR. So in this particular what you can say configuration, you can see there will be more than one registers which will hold, or there will be one more register which will hold the copy of another what you can say register. So because due to some, what you can say, disturbance or interrupts, so there is a chance of destroying or interpreting the current instruction execution. So in order to reinitiate these activities, so generally these types of controllers or registers are going to be used. Okay, so here you have not detailed study about these registers. Actually, if you see the purpose of memory buffer register or memory data registers or memory address registers, so you can analyze all these things, all these concepts. Okay, so the primary interface between the memory and the CPU is through the memory buffer register only. Okay, so primary interface in the sense, so there is a what you can say, a gap between the CPU and memory. So there is a bridge between, in order to make a bridge between the memory and CPU, so memory buffer register will be there. This buffer always refers to the memory or a storage. Okay, then memory controller, which is again hardware device whose work is to transfer the content of memory buffer register to the core memory location whose address is stored in MAR. So as I have told, memory address register and memory buffer register, so between these two registers there should be the transfer of content, means transfer of content from of the memory buffer register to memory address register. Memory address register, here memory buffer register is register size is more compared to memory address register, of course, but memory address register will contain the address of memory location that is to read or stored, but here memory buffer register will have different addresses, different contents of memory locations. Okay, then IO channel may be thought of a separate computer which interpret special instructions for inputting and outputting information from the memory. So there may be different IO channels will be there. There may be multiple IO channels will be there for CPU or our computer. Okay, this is the details of general machine structure. This is general machine structure. It may differ from particular one computer or one machine to another machine. There will be different kind of machines will be there. This is general machine. So these things will be there always with every machine. But if you see deeply in different what you can say machines, so you can have some more registers or the controllers, etc. But these things should be always be there. Okay, so I hope you have understood this one. Thank you.